Off at turn number 4, the green is out. Bryant Hank grabs the lead from outside of row 1. Brian Hoffman second. Bo Glemba, the 99 on the outside of Hoffman, trying to move into second as they race down the back chute. Jeremy Klimook with a problem in car 22 is headed to the pits. Hank, your leader. Hoffman second. Angeliquio and Glemba racing side by side for third. Good race for second down the back straightaway. Hoffman still second. Angeliquio third. Glemba now fourth. Hank in front. Angeliquio moves to second. Russ Colasar is up to fifth, trying to take fourth away from Bo Glemba. Brian Hank is still your leader, folks, the Sarver driver. Bachman Trucking, SSI Computers, the sponsors. Last Saturday night's feature winner, Daniel Angeliquio, hot on his trail. Hoffman third, Colasar now fourth. Steve Beatty, who started last in the B4, has moved into the top 5. Beatty in the B4 is up to fifth. Bo Glemba, though, trying to pass him back on the back chute. 4 laps down and 3 to go. 3 laps remaining. Brian Hank, your leader, over Daniel Angeliquio. Brian Hoffman, Russ Colasar now trying to pass Hoffman for third. Beatty is fifth, and it's the 99 of Bo Glemba. Colasar, the 27, moving to third. Steve Beatty in the B4 down on the low side, trying to pass Brian Hoffman for fourth as Daniel Angeliquio runs down the race leader, Brian Hank. He's caught him in a hurry. We've got just a lap to go, 1 lap to go. Brian Hank by 2 car lengths over Daniel Angeliquio. Russ Colasar third, Brian Hoffman fourth, and Steve Beatty is fifth. Here comes Angeliquio to the inside. They're side by side coming to the checkered flag in turn 4, and Daniel Angeliquio is going to win it. Angeliquio wins it. Brian Hank gets second. Russ Colasar third, Brian Hoffman fourth, and Steve Beatty fifth. Murraysville in the 92. Green is out. The battle is on for the lead. Rocky Kugel, the Paper Services 7KRT, just ahead of the Boone Township 493X. Pager coming on the bottom side of the racetrack. It's the Yingling 76 of Jason Ryder third. Mike Pager Jr. and Tommy Schernhofer battle for fourth and fifth. They are 1 and 2 in the point standings, with Pager first and Schernhofer second. Right now it's Schernhofer ahead of Pager on the racetrack. Mark Moach Jr. in the mix as well in the 15. Schernhofer gets high though in 3 and 4. Pager moves to fourth and Moach to fifth. Rocky Kugel in front out of Calcutta, Ohio. Lamb second. Ryder third. Pager fourth. Mark Moach Jr. fifth. Then it's Tommy Schernhofer and Daryl Charlier. Coming to the halfway mark. Kugel shows the way. Schernhofer falls back another spot as Daryl Charlier goes by in the Midway Missile 12. Pager, meantime, to the low side of Jason Ryder in that race for third. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Things are tightening up for 3rd and 4th. Mike Pager Jr. with a power slide on the bottom of turn 1. Jason Ryder holds him off, and now Ryder with the run on Justin Lamb for 2nd. Into 3. Ryder tried to duck under Justin Lamb. Rocky Kugel is your leader. White flag is waving. Mike Pager now to the low side of Ryder again. Good racing going on here in the Brockers Machine Shop Crate Late Models. Rocky Kugel in command. Who's going to get 2nd, 3rd, and 4th as the checkered flag waves this time high? Kugel's going to win it. Justin Lamb pushing up. Jason Ryder trying to duck underneath. The drag race is on down the front chute, and Ryder's going to get 2nd. Lamb 3rd and Pager 4th. Daryl Charlier 5th. First 2 heat races, we've seen a nice pass on the very last turn of the last lap. That's one for 2nd. Georgetown 04, and Dave McNabb from Valley Grove, West Virginia, the 56. Green is out. Oh, Curry goes around. 56 car also spinning to avoid the situation. The Reckless Epic Movie 5-star tire Mighty Mouse 8 goes for a spinaroo up in 1. Complete restart. Coming off of turn 4, looking good. The green is waving, and we are racing. '75 Scott Schemp from the pole is your leader. Terry Kerr just ahead of Josh Holtgraver for 2nd. Kenny Chernick is 4th. Then it's Andrew Lurie and Jimmy Plants. Big lead for Scott Schemp. Good race for 2nd. Ken Chernick splits the middle in the C1 and comes out the other side of the 2nd spot. Chernick 2nd, Kerr 3rd, Holtgraver 4th. Dennis Curry, who spun right off the bat, is back up to 5th in the 8. Josh Holtgraver trying to take 3rd away from Terry Kerr as they race into turn 3, wheel to wheel, side by side. Holtgraver now moving ahead for the 3rd spot. Dennis Curry in the 8 car moving up into 4th. Scott Schemp over Ken Chernick, Josh Holtgraver, and Dennis Curry. 5th is still the 39 of Terry Kerr. Good race right behind him, the 04 of Jimmy Plants and the G1 of Dan Karalegas. Things are crowded in turn 3. Andrew Lurie in the 11th, part of that mix as well. Coming for the white flag is Scott Schemp. Flat right front tire for the 56 of Dave McNabb. Schemp, your leader into 1 and 2 from the pole. Steel City Box, General Auto embroidered me, 75 out of Munhall. Your 3rd heat race in the Brockers Machine Shop Crate Leads goes to the 75 of Scott Schemp. Ken Chernick in the C1 2nd. 00 Josh Holtgraver 3rd. The Mighty Mouse 8 of Dennis Curry 4th, and 5th the 04 of Jimmy Plants. He's back in the pits right now. First time out. Some problems it would appear. Green drops and off we go. Brandon Burgoon has been pretty quick here of late, and he jumps into the lead with Alex Salas 2nd. Lynn Geisler will get 3rd down the back straight. Mike Johnson and Brandon Waring are next. Pizza Hut Super Late Models sliding through 3 and 4. Burgoon in front. Salas, then Geisler, Johnson, and Waring. Geisler trying to duck under Atala for second and 1 and 2, unable to make the pass there. Spin, wreck in turn 1 and 2, cars together. 27 Jeff Jones, 99 Ben Miley, the 6 of Jim Lepro, the 94 of Tim Gold are the cars involved up there in 1 and 2. Calusi Chevy 99 of Ben Miley driving away, as is the 6 of Jim Lepro, the 94 of Tim Gold still up on the banking, the 27 of Jeff Jones. Remind you again, Brandon Burgoon, he's been really quick on the restarts coming off of that 4th turn. The initial start and then this start. He leads as they head into 1. Awatala close second, race for 3rd now. Geisler and Waring. Then it's Mike Johnson back in 5th and Kyle Lucan in the 1. Off of turn 4, Burgoon, Atala, and Geisler. Johnson back up to 4th in the 2J. Brandon Waring a close 5th, and it's Kyle Lucan, Jim Lepro, Ben Miley, and Tim Gold. Burgoon saw it on that wheel through 3 and 4, shows the way. Tala trying to stay in striking distance in the 0-2. Tim Gold pitting in car 94. This will be the halfway mark. 5 laps down, 5 to go. Atala trying to track down Brandon Burgoon. The groove is getting higher and higher. Three laps to go. Brandon Burgoon, your leader. And white flag waving. McDonald's Brandon Burgoon. He is flying around the Monster Super Speedway. The race for 5th now. Brandon Waring being pressured a bit by the 1 of Kyle Lucan. Off of 4, the Three River Scrap Iron, Garden of Eating Pizzeria 17, and Burgoon, your winner over the Todd's Auto Body, American Environmental Service 02 of Atala, the Cochran Automotive 1C of Geisler 3rd. The National City Bank 2J of Johnson 4th, and finishing 5th in the B1, the Bauer machining car of Brandon Waring. South Park, the 11 of Nick Duratz, and Butch D'Antonio apparently wasn't ready to go. Caution is out. That's a false start. Antonio goes over in turn 4. Green is out. John Flinner not wasting time. He hurries into the lead. Now the caution is out. Now the caution is out. Green is out. Butch just having a heck of a time out there. He's parked up in 1 and 2. Green is still out right now. He is going. We're still racing. A problem. We got a car stopped in the back straightaway. We got a car on the back straightaway, dead in the water. The 11 of Nick Durant's. Weekend. It is the Pittsburgher. Green is out. Good restart for Flinner. He continues to lead. Red Miley moves to second. Tommy Beck is third now. That's Keith Rodriguez. Coming on the outside is Lou Bradish. He moves by Kerry Gasser. And now squeezes between the wall and Keith Rodriguez. Bradish moves to fourth. Your leader is John Flinner, the Johns Towing River Salvage 48 over the Calusi Chevy H1. The Stans Transmissions 91 and the Farm Used Auto Parts for Richard Construction 0 of Baker. Four laps are down. Bradish drives the 0 and on the bottom, trying to get alongside of Tommy Beck for third, unable to make it stick at 1 and 2. Comes alongside of Beck in turn 4. The race for third. It's still Beck third, Bradish fourth into turn 1. Bradish slides it in hard on the bottom. And he'll drive up the banking into the third spot. Beck back underneath in turn 4, trying to return to favor. He's got it. There goes Bradish back around Beck into 1. Heck of a race going on there for third and fourth. Meantime, out in front, it's Big John Flinner. Red Miley second. Bradish now third, and Tommy Beck is slowing down. The Stans Transmissions 91, who was running so well, is headed to the pits. Traffic ahead for Flinner. Chuck Medved right in front of the leaders. He comes off at turn number 4. John will go inside and around Chuck Medved into turn 1. One more lap to go. Out in front, it's John Flinner over Red Miley and Lou Bradish. Keith Rodriguez fourth and Kerry Gasser fifth. The All-American Framers, Three Rivers, Southside Welders. Johns Towing River Salvage 48. Flinner takes the win. Miley is second and Bradish third. '29, Keith Rodriguez gets fourth, and then the 0 of Kerry Gasser. The green is out. A Martins Ferry Madman from outside of row 1 had the lead into turn 1. Martinek pulls even now. It's Stalter. No, it's Martinek in front down the back chute. And here comes charging Chuck Kennedy, the A1. He's not used to being down there on the low side of the racetrack. He's making it work so far. Stalter second, Kennedy third into turn 1. Brad Westover is fourth. Bruce Drystad in the 18D running a close fifth. Oh, J.E. Stalter almost spins out. He straightens it up, but he's losing spots in a hurry. Spinning, Frank McGill, the 29, able to save it here. Caution out. we got a little paint exchange on the start. Green is out. The Austin's A1 bleach machine of Chuck Kennedy cleans them off as we head down the back chute. He leads over Martinek. J.E. Stalter, who was all over the place early in this one, trying to come back toward the front, which is not uncommon for him. He's third. Drystad is fourth. Bob Dameron's turn to go around and around on the front stretch. Caution back out. This time it's for the DPC Automotive 12 of Bob Dameron. The anticipation builds. Green is back out. The man from Mars, Chuck Kennedy, leading the Martins Ferry Madmen. J.E. Stalter down the back chute. Tom Martinek is third. J.E. Bamitsrider in the 74, moving to the inside. Now it's Martinek underneath Stalter. That race for second. Stalter tried to dive down off the bottom of that second turn, but Kennedy maintains the lead. J.E. will go low side into 3 and 4. He's in a hurry down on the bottom, sliding up a bit now. It's still Kennedy in front. Stalter's second with a lap to go. Martinek, Bamitsrider, and Drystad. Checkered flag waving. J.E. Stalter is charging, folks. We got a race off of turn 4. Here they come down the front straightaway. Woo! Who won? Who won? Martinek gets third. Bamitsrider fourth. Drystad fifth. For your Tundra and get some Brandon Burgoon autograph photographs. Green is out. Cal Lucon had the lead. Wayne Tessine on the outside is your new leader. The DT Dyno Woodruff Carbs, Johnny's Excavating 10. Two laps down. Tessine in front of Lucon. Laboon is third. Charlier up on the wall is fourth. Clayton Kennedy fifth, and Kevin Miller and Mike McKee as they storm down the back chute into turn number 3. Clayton Kennedy in the 9 almost spins out in turn 4. Gathers it back up. Tessine now extending the lead in the Johnny's Excavating DT Dyno 10. The Loose Moose Saloon 17L of Vince Laboon trying to work the low side. He's third, and now comes the Midway Missile, Daryl Charlier, in a close fourth. The Parker Auto Center, W.J. Beitler Trucking 12, fourth. Clayton Kennedy still running in the 5th spot, and the Bauer Machining Mars Lane Geyer Construction number 9. Two laps to go. Into the pits, the 33 of Mike McKee. Mike McKee into 33 to the pits. Problems in fast laps tonight. One more lap to go. Lucan into the wall in the 8. Telling you, if Kyle don't hit that first turn wall once a night, it's just not a night. This is the final lap, so we'll make it to the checkered flag. He was running in the second spot. Wayne Tessine is going to win it, and second will be the 17 of Laboon over the 12 of Charlier. Then Clayton Kennedy and Kevin Miller. Those of you who've been here most Saturday nights know the problems young Kyle Lucan has had with that first turn wall here in 2008. Robbie Hott from Washington, 10 Nick Kachuba from Imperial, to 22 of Don Bowerly Jr. from Fox Chapel. Seven laps. Schwartzmiller in front, Robertson second now. Simmons trying to hold off Nick Kachuba for third. And they're all crowded up there, second, third, and fourth. A heck of a race. Just in front of them, the 28 of race leader Bob Schwartzmiller. Kachuba now into the third spot. Oh no, Jake the Snake comes motoring by on the outside. Taking it back. And now Jake is going after the 1B of Bill Robertson. And Nick Kachuba. A double team him into turn 3. Robertson actually closing in on race leader Bob Schwartzmiller. 4 laps to go. Simmons trying to squeeze to the outside, thought better of it. And now Kachuba comes diving to the low side. Robertson closing in on Schwartzmiller for the lead again in turn 4. Bob Schwartzmiller has been your leader from the start, but heck of a battle right behind him. Bill Robertson, Jake Simmons, and Nick Kachuba slipping and sliding. Your Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks. Robertson now as close as he's been, almost pulling even with Schwartzmiller in turn 4. It's Bobby by half a car length into 1 with 2 laps to go. And Jake the Snake going to try to get it on the outside. Unable to get alongside of Schwartzmiller just yet. Down the back chute they go. Too bad this isn't the feature. It's going right to the wire. One more time around. Schwartzmiller still in front. Robertson, Simmons, Kachuba into that first turn. 3 wide behind the leader. Jake the Snake now on the top shelf. Gets second, and now he sets out after Schwartzmiller, who's still in front. Kachuba to third, and Robertson, who was second, is back in fourth. Who's going to win it, folks? This is it. Turn 4 will decide it. Here they come. Can we make it 4 wide, fellas? Off of, oh, bang, a boom, boom, boom. Schwartzmiller wins. Simmons is second. And Robertson and Kachuba didn't quite make it. They'll have to go to the back of the field for the finish. But not for a lack of effort. Good race, guys. Green is out. Tim Fulmer from the pole darts into the lead. Vince Kamaker in the 9, Robert Betts in the 81 are battling behind. It's Kamaker's second. Not Betts, excuse me. Tim Gold in the 81. Now Pat Weld in the 45 to third. Tim Fulmer, your leader. Vince Kamiker closing in. 45, Pat Weldon is a close third, and he's working off the inside. Fulmer with a problem. He's off the pace. The 00 is a slowing down. Vince Kamiker is your new leader. Pat Weldon second. Tim Gold and Dave Slade are third and fourth. Just 4 cars left. Halfway, Vince Kamiker moving on around the Monster Super Speedway. The Kamiker 9 continues to lead, just a lap to go here. Amateur stocks are in the chute for their preliminary next. Final lap, we have got a white Dodge van also in the parking lot with the lights on. A white Dodge van in the parking lot with the lights on. Kamiker 9 is your winner. Second will be Tim Gold in the 81. 45, Pat Weldon, and the 4 of Dave Slade.
82, Patchen. Then the 97, Jason Herniak. 21 of Ian Tomei. Green flag for Eric Goldberg. Eric Goldberg still in the lead over Gary Catellis, then Tony White and Rich Mason. The 83 of Todd Bush. First time here. And now it's Gary Catellis on the outside of Goldberg. Now to the inside through turn 1. Oh, we have a flip in turn 1. The 58 of Jim Ball. The first time here, he rolls in turn 1.
First time here in that car. I think he drove a pure stock here a while back. That looked like the axle broke on that car as it came down the straightaway and it dug in. Catapulted him up and over. He saw the axle and the wheel go flying to the entrance from the pits to the racetrack there in the bottom of turn 1. The Super Snuffer is immediately on the scene. Smokey Shemp, our track steward, and the EMS team leaning in and talking to Jim, and he's climbing out of the race car, folks.
Jason Herniak, the 51 JJ Opachin, the OU2 of Ed Weiser, Ian Tomai in the 21, green flag, Eric Goldberg. Gary Catella still to his outside through turn 1, but Brian Hutchko right behind him. Tony White to the inside of Hutchko for the 3rd position through turn 3 and 4. Hutchko to the outside now of Tony White for the 3rd position. He makes the pass down the back straightaway, but White's still there. There's contact in turn 4. White pushes up the racetrack, but he'll save it. Gary Catellis to the inside of Goldberg through turn 1 for the lead. 3 wide. Brian Hutchko moves to the inside of both of them. Coming down the back straightaway, Goldberg on the outside. 3 wide again. Gary Catellis right in the middle. But he'll make the pass over Goldberg through turn 4 for the lead. But Brian Hutchko, he wants to win the heat. He takes the lead now through turns 1 and 2. Goldberg slips a car length back to 3rd. Coming up on the checkered flag, it's a drag race to the checkered. It looks like it's Gary Catellis. He'll edge out over Brian Hutchko, who gets 2nd. Green flag, Tyler Atkinson. Danny White on the outside through turn 1 to the lead. 2nd, Brian Bayerbach. Atkinson on the outside of Bayerbach now for 2nd, while Danny White starts to pull away. Justin Pons joins the mix for the race for the 2nd position. But Atkinson had a good run off of 2. He starts to catch up to Danny White. Bayerbach to the inside of Atkinson through turn 1. Danny White and Tyler Atkinson start to pull away a bit from the 28, Brian Bayerbach. Pons to his inside takes the spot for 3rd. Down the back straightaway, Atkinson catching Danny White. Lap after lap, he gets a good run off of turn 2. He's closed the gap now. He's on the inside through turn 4 for the lead down to the start-finish line. He's still there on the inside through turn 1. Pons to the outside of Tyler Atkinson now down the back straightaway, now into turn 3. Atkinson ran very low through turns 1 and 2. Pons catching Danny White. He's now closed the gap to within a car and a half. White flag, Danny White. Pons to the inside now through turn 2. He can't make the pass down the back straightaway. Tyler Atkinson now gets his run off of turn 2. He's catching Pons for second. Danny White coming down to the checkered flag for his second win. Congratulations.
Thanks.
In the beginning, you started to pull away, but then at the end, Justin Pons started to catch you. Could you describe to us what would happen?
I was a little worried. He's been fast all year. I sort of changed my line a little bit. I moved down to block him.
Congratulations, Danny.
Thanks.
Is there anyone else you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank my dad. Obviously, he built the car for me. My cousin Stacy, he's been a mentor to me, basically taught me how to drive. And my cousin Carly, she's my biggest fan. It's also her 22nd birthday tonight.
Congratulations, happy birthday.
It's a class that's really grown. There's a great mix of experience and youth and new faces and old faces, and let's let them show how we appreciate the job they do every Saturday night. Get on your feet. Here they come, the Brockers Machine Shop Crate Late Models for the Jook George Memorial Fall Classic. Cheer them on. Daniel Angelico, excuse me, and Rocky Kugel bring the field to start off at turn 4. The green is out. These two were running up in front last week. Kugel broke Angelico 1. They'll start side by side tonight. Kugel has the lead exiting turn 2 down the back straightaway. Terry Kerr is going to head to the pits in car 39. Angelico second, and we got a spin. It's the 27 of Russ Colasar. Everybody able to squeeze by. The caution is out. Oh, it's some close call up there in turns 3 and 4. Russ Colasar in the 27C will have to go to the back of the field. And off the 4th turn they come again. The green flag waving. Daniel Angelico with a hole shot this time will lead into turn 1. Rocky Kugel to the outside trying to pull even in turn 2. Brian Hank at the 28 moves to 3rd. A drag race for the lead into turn number 3. Kugel leads off of 4. Angelico second. Hank 3rd. Jason Ryder and Scott Shemp 4th and 5th as they head into turn number 1. Kenny Chernick and Mike Pager Jr. racing for 6th as they enter turn number 3. Ryder tried to squeeze to the low side of Brian Hank for 3rd, and we got a car sideways and a car into it up in turn 4. The caution is out. Steve Beatty in the B4 got sideways. Jimmy Plants in the 04 had nowhere to go, and I think Russ Colasar got into it after the caution was out. Colasar in the 27C appeared to be after the fact, but B4 Steve Beatty, the AEC group, Batteries Plus Monticello's car, went sideways, and Jimmy Plants in the 04 had nowhere to go. You can see the extent of the damage on the right front of Plants' car. I would imagine Beatty's left front looks probably about the same. Feature while leading. The Calcutta, Ohio brings the field back to life again. He got a great restart. Brian Hank into second. Mike Pager Jr. making a big move down the back chute in the 1C. He to the inside of Daniel Angelichio into 3. Angelichio able to hold on to 3rd right now. Shep is 4th. Pager's up to 5th. Then it's Dennis Curry 6th and Jason Ryder 7th. Cars spinning. Ken Chernick in the C1, the 93X of Justin Lamb. A bunch of cars involved over in turn 3. And off we go again. Again, Angelichio able to slow on the start. Car not coming up to speed. We're going to have a wreck on the front straightaway. There it is. '84 Laura Lucon, 8 Tommy Schoenhofer, 00 Josh Holdgraver, Andrew Laurie in the 11, 92 Jamie Beck, Dave McNabb in the 56. And the 99 or the 75, I can't really tell. On the gas again with 16 laps to go. Brian Hoffman off the pace of the 15H will be headed to the pits. It's Rocky Kugel, your leader. Brian Tank 2nd, Scott Shem 3rd, and Mike Pager Jr. 4th, with Dennis Curry 5th, and Jason Ryder in the 76 and 12, Daryl Charlier all together. Pager dives to the bottom into 1. Out in front, it's still Kugel. Hank 2nd, Pager and Shem side by side for 3rd. Into 3. Good race for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 6th, and 7th. Kugel looks to be the class of the field again tonight, just as he was a week ago. Mike Pager Jr. now way down against the rail. He moves to 3rd and challenges Brian Hank for 2nd. Pager with a run off the low side again, trying to put the heat on Hank. Jason Ryder into 4th. Scott Shem drops back to 5th. Pager's against the rail in turn 1, able to move into 2nd. And the 56 car looks like he broke a radiator. Dave McNabb. He will be headed to the pits. McNabb in the 56. Looked like water, looked like something out of the radiator. Rocky Kugel may have hit it a bit. He slipped in turn 1, but he's still your leader down the back chute. Pager 2nd, Ryder has moved to 3rd, Brian Hank 4th, Daryl Charlier 5th, Scott Shem 6th, Dennis Curry 7th, Dan Karalegas is 8th, Mark Moach Jr. 9th, and Bo Glemba is 10th. Traffic ahead for the race leaders as they drive down the back straightaway. Rocky Kugel leading the field into turn number 3. Mike Pager Jr. has closed in on Kugel. He's just a couple of car lengths behind him now. Ken Chernick is back on the racetrack in the C1. Several laps down. We're halfway now. Mike Pager Jr. on the tail end of Rocky Kugel down the back straightaway. Daryl Charlier in the 12 car, passing Brian Hank for 4th. They lap the 92 of Jamie Beck. Tommy Schoenhofer back onto the racetrack in car 8, but way off the pace it would appear. And he's getting it going now down the back straightaway. Meantime, Mike Pager Jr. has taken the lead. Pager like a bullet on the bottom side of turns 1 and 2. That's been where he's been making his pass. He took the lead from Kugel. As he Tries to win his 5th of the season. Tommy Schernhofer out of shape on the front stretch in the 8. Slows it back down. Kugel second now. Jason Ryder trying to pass Rocky for second on the back straightaway. Daryl Charlier is 4th. Bryant Hank 5th. Close battle for second. Meantime, your leader Pager trying to lap cars off of 4. Around the Daryl Dow 5. Schernhofer in the 8 is back in the pits. Jason Ryder has moved to second. The Yuengling 76 is up to second. He gets slowed on the backstretch, though, by the 5 of Daryl Dow. Still unable to clear him. Does now on the inside of turn 4. Almost a straightaway lead for Mike Pager Jr. Trying to win the Duke George Memorial Fall Classic. Daryl Charlier has caught Rocky Kugel the race for 3rd down the back straightaway. The Midway Missile putting the heat on Rocky Kugel for 3rd now in turns 3 and 4. Charlier dives to the inside of Kugel. Andrew Laurie is in their path as they come down the front straightaway. They'll split him inside and out. Charlier motors by for 3rd. Jason Ryder trying to run down Mike Pager Jr. with 4 laps to go. 4 to go. Rocky Kugel back under Daryl Charlier for 3rd. Charlier dives to his inside as they head into turn 1. Good race for the 3rd spot. Charlier has it back in turn 2, but Kugel to his outside, able to get back around down the back straightaway. Ryder, meantime, continues to make up just a bit of ground on Mike Pager Jr., but the laps are winding down. Just 3 to go. Dan Karolakis moving forward in the G1 car. It's around the 75 of Scott Ciampa behind the 8 of Dennis Curry. 3rd place, still undecided. Daryl Charlier, Rocky Kugel down the back straightaway into turn 3. 2 laps to go. Mike Pager Jr.'s number 1 Cochran. Tri-State Hose, Triple S Auto Outlet 1C is your leader. Started this race back in the 11th spot. He leads the point standings here at Pittsburgh, and he's a lap away from his 5th win of the season on the Monster Super Speedway. Through 1 and 2, Ryder continues to pick up just a bit of ground, but this is the final go-round. Into 3 and 4. Another one of our rookie contingent in the Brockers Machine Shop Crate Late Models. Mike Pager Jr. wins the Duke George Memorial Fall Classic over Jason Ryder, Daryl Charlier, Rocky Kugel, and Brian Tank. How about a nice hand, folks? He's out of the car. Mike Pager Jr., your winner of the Duke George Memorial Fall Classic. How many total? You got 5 here. You had 4 He's also won at Raceway 7, so it's been a big rookie season in the Brockers Machine Shop Crate Late Models. Congratulations, Mike. You won the Duke George Memorial Fall Classic.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting for us. You know, one of the biggest races we won so far.
I know you may not remember Duke, but I'm sure your dad and grandfather raced against him or his cars a long time.
Yeah, I don't remember them, but I'm sure they did. My grandfather raced down here for a while.
You started 11th, and it's not easy to get to the front in this class. Your car was just phenomenal on the inside of the racetrack down there in 1 and 2.
Yeah, the car was working real good tonight. I really wasn't expecting it to be that fast, but it worked out, turned out real good for us.
Did it start to go away from you a little bit at the end?
No, not really. I mean, it actually felt to me like it was getting faster.
Jason was getting a little closer toward the end. You got a big lead once you got going. Your thing would really take off on the restarts, and that's hard to do with these crate motors.
Yeah, well, we put a lot of time into it and a lot of time on the skills and work on it, pretty much every night of the week and figure some stuff out.
Now you're going to try to go get the big money tomorrow night at Tri-City?
Oh, yeah, we're going to go up there tonight and tail the B-main tomorrow to hopefully make it in.
Congratulations on winning the Duke George.
Thank you.
How about a nice hand, folks? Mike Pager Jr., a winner of the Duke George Memorial Fall Classic. We're going. Ian Tomai in front. Woo. Ian Tomai ahead of Sam McGurvey. Jake the Snake Simmons is third. That's Kurt Habadell and Danny Rich, and Andrew Lurie about to be lapped. Oh, look out, Jake the Snake into McGurvey. It's still Tomai out in front. Tomai trying to lap Lurie and McGurvey into Tomai. Simmons, Rich, they're all together. 5 laps for the last car surviving. Oh, Jake the Snake goes to second. Now down on the bottom is Danny Rich trying to take the lead from Ian Tomai. Still Tomai in front. Man, we're hitting hard, boys. McGurvey about to spin out Tomai. Tomai still your leader. Jake the Snake is broke. Tomai hooked up with Andrew Lurie, and Tomai got to go way wide. And now the 0 car is your leader. The 1's got a flat tire. 0's your leader. 24 is a lap down. 0 is Sam McGurvey, our assistant flagman. Danny Rich is now second in the 10, and Kurt Habadell in the 6 is third. The Danimal trying to work the inside of McGurvey. Whoa! McGurvey, oh, he gets spun out, or he saves it. Danny Rich is your new leader. McGurvey pushes him high, and he's got the lead back. Oh, your leader has to hit the brakes. He makes it through. Andrew Lurie's got a flat left front tire. He's lapped, but he's still out there giving it his all. McGurvey with a big lead now. Big lead. The Danimal in second, breaks for the leader. Kurt Habadell still on the lead lap in 6. Zero's your leader, 10 is second, 6 is third. Oh! Sam the Man McGurvey gets the white flag, the final lap. Rich is closing in here. The Danimal and McGurvey coming for the checkered flag. Lap traffic in the way. Who's going to win? Here they come. It's going to be the 0. Zero, your winner. Our second Wacky Wheels 4-cylinder figure 8 demo derby is a wild one. 0's the winner. The Danimal, the 10 of Danny Rich was second, the 6 of Kurt Habadell third, and then the 24 of Andrew Lurie.
Oh, it was a rough race. Really wore the heck out of me.
You think?
Oh, heck yeah.
Look at him sweating, Willie. You're going to be able to flag.
Oh, yeah. No problem at all. That's a lot easier than doing this.
What do you think? Those guys were trying to rough you up at the end.
A little bit. They must be trying to get even for something.
Did you think you would win?
Heck no. It's my first time on a track ever.
Now you're the man.
Yeah, a lot of help from Stacy, you know.
You're not quite as smooth as Stacy yet.
Heck no. No, Stacy avoids them.
All right, Dave McGurvey, your winner, folks. Green is out. The UPS Freight 0, the Bauer Machining B1 carry the field into turn number 1. Waring leads, Gasser is second, Johnson third, Rodriguez fourth into 3 and 4. Who's going to lead lap number 1? It's going to be Waring. Brandon Burgoon in a hurry in the 17. He's down on the rail. Mike Johnson's on the outside. Johnson to second, Gasser third, Burgoon then Waring. Keith Rodriguez, John Flinner, Awatala, Lou Bradish, Jared Miley, and Cal Lucon. The battle is on, folks. Out in front is the Bauer Machining B1. Mike Johnson in the 2J trying to ward off the 17 of Brandon Burgoon. Burgoon is third, Geisler fourth, Flinner charging to fifth. Burgoon off the inside of 4, ahead of Johnson for second. Wreck up in turn number 4. Kerry Gasser in the 0K. 29 Keith Rodriguez, the 1 of Cal Lucon, parked up in turn number 4. Waring holds them in, and the green is out. He's got the lead, but they're coming on strong into turn number 1. And Geisler unable to get up to speed quickly on the restart in the 1C. Waring leads. Johnson is second. Now Flinner to the outside. Will move by Burgoon for third. It's Burgoon, Jared Miley, and Lou Bradish into turn 1. Brandon Waring still your leader. Mike Johnson second. John Flinner closing on Johnson for second into turn number 3. And we've got a caution in turn number 2. Caution in turn 2. Car number 11, Nick Duratz, over in turn 2, brings out the caution. Waring a slow pace to get started here. Green is waving, and now we're going. And he's going to get past both sways, inside and out. Didn't have much momentum when he got to the waving into the green flag. Flinner goes by for the lead. Jared Miley and Mike Johnson side by side for second. Lou Bradish moves to fourth in car 0. Flinner out in front. Miley, Johnson, Bradish, Waring back in fifth. Then it's Geisler, Atala, and Brandon Burgoon got shuffled back in the 17. Out in front, the Johns Towing, River Salvage, All-American Framers, 48 of John Flinner, and man, he is gone. Just a short amount of time, he's pulled away by a half a straight. Good battle for fifth. Lynn Geisler, Awatala. Atala up top with momentum coming off of 4. Settlement behind Geisler down the front straightaway as Flinner leads over Miley and Johnson. Bradish fourth. Atala now to the inside of Geisler and making the pass for fifth. Butch D'Antonio has pitted in car number 12. Geisler back on the inside trying to get back around Atala and take Bradish at the same time. For fourth into turn 1. Bradish, Geisler, and Atala off a 2 down the back straightaway. Front 3 single foul, hard racing, 3 wide back there. Oh, Atala and Geisler bumping. Geisler up the racetrack has a slide in behind Bradish. 9 laps are down. Now Atala moving up into the 4th spot. Brandon Burgoon now to the inside of Geisler. May have, like for a minute, might have a flat tire. Maybe not. Now Atala trying to run down Mike Johnson now as Flinner leads over Jared Miley, who started back in 12th. Mike Johnson third, Atala fourth, Baker is fifth. Burgoon is sixth. Atala slides in and around or up in front of Johnson in turn 4 to make the pass for third. The American Environmental Service, this is Todd's Auto Body 02. Brandon Burgoon now trying to put some heat on Lou Bradish that time in 1 and 2, but he'll lose the ground down the back straightaway as we close in on halfway. 12 laps are down. Your leader in traffic, John Flinner. Closing in on the 27 of Jeff Jones down the back straightaway. Jared Miley second, Awatala third, Mike Johnson fourth, Bradish fifth, Burgoon sixth, Geisler is seventh, Waring is eighth. Lepro and Miley run ninth and 10th. Flinner close to the wall in turn one that time, real close. Not sure that he doesn't have a tire maybe going down. John Flinner looks like he's got a problem on the back of that car. The left front is all of a sudden way up in the sky. Is his right rear? Yeah, he has shredded the right rear tire. John Flinner shreds the right rear tire. Car 48, John Flinner, the right rear goes down. He almost got the wall into one the previous lap. Looked like it started to go down then, and when he got into turn 3, you could tell he was having all kinds of problems. And he is trying to duck into the pits in the Johns Towing River Salvage All-American Framers 48th. Remember, any lap cars go around to the back of the field and are plussed on here. Lucky dog, Jared Miley is your leader. Alan Sala is up to second now. If he passes here before the restart, he's going to get docked. Sala's going to go back 2 spots for jumping on the start. Jared Miley bounces off the wall. Caution is out. Caution is out. Miley hit the wall up in turn 2. Let's go racing. Green is out. Jared Miley in front. Bradish now second, Johnson third, then it's Atala fourth, Burgoon fifth. Atala to the inside trying to get around Mike Johnson and does so in turn 3. Jared Miley still your leader. Atala trying to run down Bradish for second. Charging hard into turn 3. Brandon Burgoon down on the inside now, alongside of Mike Johnson for fourth. Jared Miley by a half a straightaway over Lou Bradish. And Atala closing in again on Bradish for second. 8 laps to go, folks. 8 to go. Mike Johnson still just ahead of Brandon Burgoon for fourth. Here comes Atala trying to slide up in front of Bradish for second. He's up, and he almost got the wall. Bradish is back around him. Fire under the 6 car of Jim Lepro. Fire under the hood, car 6. 6 car on fire in the back straightaway. Jim Lepro, the Bud's Place car. Super Snuffers getting to the scene. Jimmy. Climbing out of the car. $18 laps are down. One yet this season. Here we go. Bradish dives in on the bottom alongside of Miley. It's still Jared, Lou, and Al. 1, 2, and 3. Burgoon to fourth. Johnson is fifth. Atala charging into 3 on the inside, unable to get up in front of Bradish this time. They'll be wheel to wheel coming off for second. John Flinner up to 6th. Natal again able to slide alongside of Bradish, but the Chester Charger still second, coming off with 5 laps to go. Jared Miley in front. Lynn Geisler and Ben Miley having a battle their own for 7th. Flinner to the inside, nipping at the heels of Johnson. Slides up the banking in turn 4. Burgoon 4th, Johnson 5th, Flinner 6th. John Flinner now to the inside of Mike Johnson into turn 3. He'll slide in ahead of Mike, make the pass for 5th. Less than 3 to go. Jared Miley, your leader, over Lou Bradish and Alex Allen. Two laps to go. 2 to go. Flinner trying to close on Brandon Burgoon for 4th. No catch in the Calusi Chevy Allstate H1. Jared Miley a lap away from win number 4 this season here. Chuck Medved almost spins the car as he gets lapped. Flinner and Burgoon battling it out for 4th into turn 1. Brandon just ahead of John as they exit turn 2 down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4. They come there. Here's your winner, Jared Miley. Lou Bradish 2nd, Alex Allen 3rd. It'll get Brandon Burgoon 4th and John Flinner 5th. Geisler 6th, Mike Johnson 7th, Ben Miley 8th, Brandon Waring 9th, and Rich Appolito 10th. Congratulations. Things fell your way.
Yeah, they did. John looked pretty good there. I don't know. I started gaining on him a little bit, but he might have been having a problem then, and then because he broke like shortly after that.
Yeah, his tire went flat. He came in and he ended up, I think, 5th or 6th. But this racing game's like that. Sometimes the things go your way, and sometimes they don't. I guess you got to ride the wave when it's going your way.
Yeah, it's definitely an up and down, type of thing, and we've had our ups and downs, and here's another up, and I mean, anything can happen on any night.
Concerns late in the race with the restart?
A little bit. My guys told me we were pretty good. I was a little worried because I was getting a little tight, but the car was pretty good, really. I was getting a little tight at the end, and we were able to just keep it going.
People you want to thank?
My sponsors: Calusi Chevrolet, Rocket Chassis, Brockers Machine Shop, All State Insurance. My family: Jerry, Matt Leidick's here tonight. The rest of my family.
All right, how about a nice hand, folks? Jared Miley, your winner in the Pizza Hut Super Late Models. Green means go. And there they go. Tassine on the outside of Kennedy taking the lead. Oh, J.E. Stalter sideways, collects a and he's up and over and into the JS74 Bamage Rider. A hard hit here on the front straightaway. J.J. Bamage Rider had nowhere to go when the 17 J.E. of J.E. Stalter got upside down in front of him. We got fuel leaking out of that car, so we got to be very careful out there. Bamage Rider is out of his car. J.E. out of the car. Clayton Kennedy out of his car. Here's who's in it, Cheryl. 13, 12B, 18D, 17, 9, 7. Wayne Tassine brings the field back up to speed as the green waves for a second time. Off a turn four, it's Tassine in front of Kennedy. Martinek third, and Laboon and Briggs. Briggs ain't driven by Kyle Lucon. Vince Laboon trying to take third from Tom Martinek as Wayne Tassine continues to lead. Daryl Charlier is fifth now, the Midway Missile. Clayton Kennedy in the 9 spins around in turn 2. Whoa, close battle there for 4th, 5th, and 6th. They get separated into turn 3. Kyle Lucon, Tom Martinek, and Daryl Charlier. Out in front would be the 10 of Wayne Tassine. Kennedy second, Vince Laboon third. Lucon and Charlier. Charlier trying to slingshot under Lucon for 4th into turn 1. He's got the pass made. Now Lucon trying to return the favor in 3 and 4. Chuck Kennedy still second. Vince Laboon having his best run of the season is third right now. Daryl Charlier not far behind in 4th. Kyle Lucon slipped in turn 2 trying to get back up to speed in the 8 car. Lost a few spots halfway. Laboon now challenging Kennedy for second. And Daryl Charlier is right there. They stack him almost 3 wide over in turn number 2. Whoa! The battle continues for Sen. Vince Laboon spins. Laboon was having a great run, but he has spun the car down in turn 1. Caution out for the Loose Moose Saloon 17L of Vince Laboon. Inside of 1 and 2 was having his best run of the season. And the caution is out. 6 laps to go. Darrell Charlier trying to duck under Chuck Kennedy now for second. More close racing at the back of the field. Charlier into second. Working on the inside again tonight. Here comes Kennedy with a runoff of 4, but he'll be third. Martinek is fourth. Kevin Miller's now up to fifth. Darrell Charlier second. Can he track down Wayne Tessine? Well, he's catching him in a hurry down the back straightaway. The Midway Missile has come to life here. Final 5 laps. Catching him can be one thing, passing him may be another. It's been the Wayne Tessine show from the start. Charlier now just a couple of car lengths behind in the middle of 1 and 2. And he'll be on his bumper down the back straightaway into 3. He's going for it on the low side. Tessine up top, Charlier down low in 4. How wide is this racetrack? That wide. Tessine just ahead of Charlier into 1. 3 laps to go, 3 to go. I might have given Wayne Tessine a little wake up. I don't know that he knew Darrell Charlier was that close. He's certainly going at it now. Tessine just ahead of Charlier again, but it's a couple of car lengths this lap. Not as close as it was the previous lap. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Charlier closing in again. Tessine looked like he slowed a bit. I don't know if he caught the wall or what. Into 3. Charlier dives to the inside in turn 4. He'll push up. Unable to hold that groove, and Tessine is in front with a lap to go. Into 1. Charlier slides into the lead. In turn 2, Tessine is back in front. Coming for the checkered flag. Charlier again in on the bottom. This time he slides up into 4. He's got the lead. Tessine's going to try to slingshot him down the front straightaway. Close. I think Charlier might have won it. We'll see. Whew. Is that from the wall?
I don't know if that's from Wall or someone that was racing against. It was pretty close racing the whole time.
That was quite a charge there the last probably 5 or 6 laps.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exciting for the fans, but I know it sure was exciting from the car.
Did you look? When you came down the front straightaway, did you feel like you had won?
I kept on looking over my shoulder to see if Wayne was there, and I was hoping I'd come away with it, and I knew I had at least a bumper on him. I don't know. It was pretty close.
That was about it. It looked like your front bumper was just a little bit ahead of his, but you had to go for it, and you did, and it worked.
There was no questions asked. You know, this team doesn't want to finish second, so it's all or nothing.
Congratulations, 2 in a row.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I think it's the first time I ever won 2 races.
Is that right?
In the modified, yes. I definitely need to thank this crew again for their hard work. I need to thank Totally Tropical and Napa. It's Napa night tonight, so I'm glad we got a win for them. Brian Signs of Decals, Tri-State Motorsports, WJ Butler Company, Knuckleheads Pizza, and Twister's Ice Cream Shop. And everybody that supports me, thank you.
All right, the Midway Missile, Darrell Charlier, your winner in the Miley Truck Rental E-Mods. Green is waving. Great start for Pat Weldon. Tim Gold in the 81 car tonight is second. Look at that start for Weldon. After a lap, he has got himself a huge lead. Uh-oh, problem for Joe Hackemer in the 69H. He's crossing the racetrack and will stay green. Pat Weldon is your leader. Bob Schwartzmiller is second. Tim Gold third. Vince Kamaker fourth. And then Jake the Snake Simmons from that last row has already cracked the top 5 in car 68X. Vince Kamaker into third in the 9 car. Simmons moves to fourth. Big lead continues to grow for Pat Weldon. Third of the way home. Bill Robertson now into fifth, and Nick Kachuba coming right with him in the 10 car. Seven laps from the checkered flag. Jake Simmons to the inside of Vince Kamaker in turn 1. Kamaker now. Julius third. Simmons fourth. Schwartzmiller still second. Vince Kamaker and Jake Simmons on his heels. Then Bill Robertson and Nick Kachuba having a battle of their own. Weldon by a straightaway. It's unheard of in the pure stock world. Right in the middle of the racetrack. Five laps from home. Jake the Snake going to try the inside. So is Vince Kamaker. Neither able to get underneath the 28 of Bob Schwartzmiller yet. Second through sixth is tightening up. No doubt about your leader, but who's going to get second? Vince Kamaker now trying to pass Bob Schwartzmiller. Jake Simmons fourth, Nick Kachuba and Bill Robertson side by side for fifth as we come into the home stretch. 2 more laps to go, 2 to go. Kamaker edging ahead now in the race for second. Schwartzmiller, Simmons, Robertson, and Kachuba. Pat Weldon. The JEM Lounge Auto Plus Monte Carlo started up front, and there he has stayed. The white flag is waving. This is the final lap. Vince Kamaker pulling away now from the rest of the pack in second. Jake Simmons to the inside trying to pass Bobby Schwartzmiller for third. Bill Robertson and Nick Kachuba right behind them. This will be his second win of the season here at Pittsburgh. For Monongahela, the 45 of Pat Weldon getting the win in the Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks. Craig Kamaker's brother Vince Kamaker getting second. Jake Simmons will get third. Schwartzmiller fourth, Robertson fifth, and Kachuba sixth. Pat, it must feel good to just start up front and go.
Well, that was the place to start. I was hoping I could find a good groove and stay, keep it there.
Did you have any idea how big a lead you had?
I had no idea. I kept trying to look for my guys down there, but you look into the infield, you can't see nothing but a glare, so it
Hammer down and just keep going.
That's it. I was glad it was only 12 laps tonight, too.
Why?
Well, trying to hold on to that lead for that long, it's, you know, them guys are tough.
You could have coasted home the final 3 laps and won.
Oh, really? That big of a lead?
That big of a lead. So good job.
Good. Thank you.
People you want to thank?
My sponsors, Al's Cafe, the Gem Lounge, Sign Guy Graphics, Auto Plus, my crew, my dad, Denny, my son, my nephew. They're a big help on the car, and I appreciate their help.
All right, folks, how about a nice hand? Pat Weldon, your winner in the Sunoco Race Fuels Pure Stocks. Richie Mason leads. Tony White zigging and zagging down the back chute will lose second to the 60 of Brian Hutchko. Hutchko, though, gets a little high in 4, and Tony White trying to pass him right back. Tony White, Brian Hutchko going at it for second. Both closing in on race leader Richie Mason. Oh, we got a wheel. Wheel off the 60 car. Up against the wall in turn 4. Caution is out. Brian Hutchko trying to tricycle to the pits. Here comes his wheel. It's going to beat him. Green is out. Problem on the 76 car. We got another wheel. Axle broke. Is there something about like so we'll do it again. You can see the axle and everything are off of that. Urge Curry to get it there at the entrance to the racetrack from the pits in turn 1. Off we go. It's still Rich Mason, but the guys are going to try to gang up on the teenager here. See what happens. Rich drifts a little high in turn 2 and opens the lane, and here comes Eric Goldberg in the 714 with Gary Catellis right behind in the 1K now to third. Catellis going to try to sneak by Mason on the outside over in turn 2. Catellis edging ahead for second. Goldberg sideways there in turn 4. Looks like he had a problem for a moment. Gary Catellis has got a run on him into turn number 1. Jason Herniak, meantime, moving to third in the 97. Catellis is your new leader. Halfway. Goldberg with a problem. He's slipping bad up in turn 4. The 83 about to be lapped here. Todd Bush, he's right up in the fast groove. 2 more laps to go, 2 to go. Jason Herniak of the 97 making some ground on the second place car of Eric Goldberg. The final lap of the night. Gary Catellus is going to win the Flint Tire and Auto Amateur Stock feature. The 1K, your winner over Eric Goldberg, Jason Herniak, Richie Mason, and J.J.O. Patchen. All right, have a nice hand. Gary Catellus gets your amateur stock win, the Flint Tire and Auto amateur stock. She'll get the $20 Pizza Hut gift certificate. All that goes with us. Good job.
Hey, thanks, Dal. I was hoping you would interview me when I got one.
You and Eric, pretty good race there. He looked like he had a problem in turn 4, and you capitalized.
Yeah, he's got the horsepower, but this car gets around the corners pretty good. So it was a nice and clean race tonight.
Yeah. People you want to thank?
Definitely my dad. He's a wrench man. Craig, he's part owner. Definitely my kids, Fred, and all the people that help us, and Pam. And this was fun.
Big night for the Mon Valley, you and Pat.
Yeah, that's good. We're gonna have to find a way to celebrate there.
All right, how about a nice hand, folks? Gary Catellus, your winner in the Flint Tire and Auto amateur stocks. Folks, thanks for coming out. We hope you enjoyed the action. Don't forget, next week, Saturday, we'll be here Sunday night instead. Gates open at 5, race time at 7. Take your time going home. Have a good week. Enjoy the rest of your Labor Day weekend. We'll see you back here next Sunday.